Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Land discrepancy in St. Thomas over burials. Residents of Rock River, Falmouth call for urgent repair of Brae Bridge. And later in sports, Jamaican fast bowler cleared to train after second negative COVID-19 test. I'm Anthony Lugg. Here are the details. An environmental and health hazard is unfolding in a St. Thomas community. With space running out to bury the dead in Lloyd's, people have been resorting to creating makeshift grave sites, even encroaching on private property. Sandy Williams has been speaking with the caretaker at the Lloyd's Cemetery.
Full to capacity. That's the reality here at Lloyd's Cemetery in Lloyd's St. Thomas. At this point, graves are taking over the roadway beside the cemetery. Several graves on a resident's property, and this one in construction is actually in a waterway. Caretaker for the cemetery, Roy Watson, says the problem stems from a land discrepancy. She explains that a parcel of land belonging to the cemetery has been captured by a man.
After them do the severe, they move the thing and put it further over in the land. But the piece of land is for the cemetery. So right now we're having a problem because whenever people burying anybody, that man throw stone in it, throw maca in it, filled up the place, people put their man in it, break the graves. The last grave that we have here, the guy break it up, throw stone in it and break it up and them come and beat him. So I understand that my life is in threat because it all over the place is me and the man come beat him.
The man has since installed a fence to prevent burials, and so people have now resorted to burying their loved ones almost anywhere, including in the roadway.
When you show them a spotlight down the bottom, them come up here, so. But you see here, so now when the rain fall, a lot of spring up. So I said to them, you bury in the road, when water come up and wash your grave, I don't respond to it.
Ms. Watson says she will restrict burials until a survey is done and the correct boundaries are identified.
So we're asking parish council to come and intervene because they said that they were going to come and get their piece of land, severe it, and all now they don't come. If it's even a little piece leave, make we get it to severe. But right now the cemetery is full because of the problem.
So I'm fully aware of the situation and where life is concerned and threat is against her. I support her 100% and going forward to let the council know that they need to get things in order for she to complete her duty.
Sandy Williams, TVJ News.
We go to Falmouth now, where life is seemingly on hold in Rock River. Residents have been left to clutch at straws following the closure of an important bridge in their community. O'Shane Masters has that story.
Turned down seats, boulders in the road, rusty metals, and a cracked road surface. These images tell the story of a community facing a severe economic downturn. Since the closure of Brae Bridge, which links Rock River to Falmouth over 3 years ago, life as residents once knew it has changed for the worse. The National Works Agency ordered the bridge closed after it was deemed unsafe because it had deteriorated over the years.
Rock becomes one of the most desolated places. It used to be one of the most boomiest places in Trelawney.
All of the business in the neighborhood take a nosedive. Not much things going on. Like my uncle have a fish joint in the back there. Normally it would on Friday night, it would be a lot of cars and a lot of business. But now it's just 2 or 3 cars on a Friday.
They say taxi operators have also dramatically increased fares as the journey is now twice what it usually was.
We need a bridge because I'm telling you, usually the fare, because I don't own a vehicle right now, the fare I usually pay $100 from here, and now we have to pay I have to pay $1,000 if I get a taxi if you bring me come here so with my goods them.
Businesses are also being affected by the curfew orders, which have been implemented to curb the spread of COVID-19.
Not getting no answer from nobody. Neither the Prime Minister, neither the opposition, neither the Chamber of Commerce, we're not getting no answer from nobody. We are not getting nobody from nothing, nobody. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going to be in the next 5 years or 10 years from now. Right now I'm planning to close my business down right up for like 40 years.
Marlon, a tour bus operator who had tours in Rock River, says he can no longer offer that service.
I normally sell a tour that would incorporate Falmouth and the historic nature of Falmouth. Then, I would bring them along here. But since then I have to go all the way around. Before then I would just come into Falmouth, do my tour in Falmouth, and then over the bridge straight into Rock. Now I have to go all the way around. Now, especially if it's on a Wednesday, where you have the Bendong market, where you basically have a bottleneck because it's basically one way into Falmouth from this way. So it is more challenging. I burn more fuel and it takes more time.
They are now calling for the authorities to repair the bridge so that economic activity can resume.
They need to fix the bridge. The community well of Rock is gone down.
It was a serious connecting link between Falmouth and Rock. And to sever the connection and cause people to go on the highway not only costs more money for the people, but also the inconvenience. And yes, it's sorely needed to be put back in position.
Community Relations Officer for the National Works Agency Western Region, General Ricketts, says there is no word as to when work on the bridge will begin. O'Shane Masters, TVJ News.
Too big for its streets. That admission from the police in St. Catherine, who are calling for a redesign of the old capital of Spanish Town to address the serious traffic congestion during peak hours. Krista Campbell reports.
A wait in traffic that sometimes lasts up to a few hours in the mornings and at evening time in the old capital of Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Police echoing the complaints of local authorities in recent times that the parish has outgrown its streets, with several new housing schemes built in and around Old Harbour over the last few years and more to come soon. At a special municipal corporation meeting, Inspector Linroy Edwards, in charge of operations in St. Catherine North, told councillors it's time for traffic changes.
The number of motor vehicles, lack of parking, etc., is challenging policing efforts.
He says there are increased police patrols and operations to help maintain order on the roads. Public passenger vehicles are being given special attention. Councillor for the Bogwalk Division, Peter Abrahams, says they are causing problems for business owners, especially close to the market area.
Even in front of the market, the plaza, I realize now that taxi men are removed from down at the police station now and are stopping the bus, them coming right at the plaza there and stopping and embarking there. I went down there to assist him to do some marking. He cannot go behind his business place because of the motorists near to the bridge. Right, they just park in front of place. The delivery trucks can't ever go around, and I assist him to do the parkings. And even when we assist to do that, the motorists just take over the place.
Some of them are saying that the terminals have potholes, and those potholes need to be patched, or it's causing damages to their front ends.
While the police commit to working to ensure taxi and bus operators use the designated parking spots across the parish, they say certain illegal actions are making traffic control even harder.
There was a no parking sign to the left going towards Angel that was erected there, but however, those unscrupulous scrap metal persons, they are giving us a hard time in taking down the signs. We noticed that some of the signs along Young Street also, those unscrupulous persons took them down as well, in order for them to park.
He says the police will have dialogue with the various taxi associations in the parish to ensure their members are notified about certain one-way traffic changes which have been implemented to reduce congestion during peak hours. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
It's time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return.